when I came to Poland, I knew about the rivalry, but it sort of grew upon me with the seasons I were there. So I would say each year it grew more and more and more for me as well, because I started to understand a little bit about the history of those two clubs. And in that way, in the end of my Polish era, it was a really, really big thing, of course, that I didn't maybe understand in the first seasons. Of course, I noticed that it's something exceptional in a way, but I felt the same kind of atmosphere or rivalry in Stockholm as well, but it wasn't compared to this. But I had a feeling, or I had some experience of these kind of games, but it was something else. Yeah. I'm following the results a lot and looking at the table every now and then and seeing what kind of players they have, and also Lech and Legia both I'm following really closely. It's a tough one. I remember from my time we almost always had troubles in the beginning of the season with Lech and Legia. So there weren't many times we had a good start, and I don't know really why that is, but still, as you mentioned, it's been turbulent for Legia. I don't know. You said there has been some changes as well, so obviously it takes time to prepare everything with the new stuff and everything, new players, and so it takes time. And as we have seen during the history, there has been a lot of changes in both clubs as well. So some kind of a longer project, I haven't seen that in a while. But it's a problem with many clubs. Many big clubs have the same kind of problems. Yeah, as you said, they are doing better than Legia, and I believe they have had some draws there as well lately. And of course, they haven't lost in a while, at least what I've remembered or remember. But yeah, maybe there is a little bit more stable. Maybe there hasn't been that many changes. I see that there are some similar players as well. Ishak playing there, and so they have had the possibility to keep those players that have been there for a while already. Yeah, of course. It's still quite early in the season, and I remember one time in Legia when I believe we were the bottom of the league at some point, maybe after 11 games or something, I don't remember, and we still won the championship. So it can change quite remarkably and fast. But of course, the beginning of the season is really important, and so now is the time to start to gain those points that they need in order to be in the top four. And then in the top four, when you are there, you start to battle against those teams who are in front of you. I would say Ishak from Lech Poznań is one that pops to my mind immediately, that he has been constantly scoring goals, and he's kind of a really important player there. From Legia, I can't really say that much because there's been changes there as well, but obviously some more experienced players that they have there are really important for them at the moment. That's a good question. Because we haven't seen that often Polish team nor Finnish team in Champions League group phase. And it requires a lot. It requires a lot of good players, mostly good stuff, a little bit luck as well, and some kind of nerves and experience in the way that you have to have players that have been there before as well. They know about sometimes it's not about being a better player. Sometimes it's about winning a game. And maybe this is something that we are maybe in Poland as well and in Finland we are lacking a little bit about the winning those really close games that there might be a better opponent, but you are smarter on the pitch. It's mostly about the atmosphere and about the days before the game when media starts to publish about the next game coming. They are starting to build up the game in a way that this game is the game you don't want to miss, and somehow it's growing and growing and growing, and then finally the game is. So I would say that the interest, both from the fans and also from the media and point of view, that's mainly why it's so hyped, of course. And of course there are some good players, and hopefully the game will be enjoyable as well. But most often those games, if we take a look at football-wise, they are not maybe the most beautiful games in a way that we see tiki-taka or whatever, and it's going to be 4-4 or so. Most often those games are more of fighting and winning the second balls, and then maybe there will be one situation with 1-0, and then we'll defend for the rest of the. So it's a battle. It's a battle on the pitch, and as a player you felt it as well, that this is something else. It would be boring and to say that it would be a draw, but if we take a look at it's a Legia game. It's a Legia game. It's never easy to go there as well. So I'm gonna say I hope it will be 2-2, a lot of things happening, and it will be a good game. This is what always when I try to look at these games that people enjoy this, because this is entertainment for people as well. Hello fans from USA and Canada. I invite you to watch something special when Legia Warsaw meets Lech Poznań. They have some rivalry there, and it's going to be awesome to watch it. So please stay tuned on 26th of October when they clash.